On this episode of Infowars News Blitz, Donald Trump calls for auditing the Fed. Black Lives Matter accuses a public library of white supremacy, and Obama jokes about Scalia's death. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. For the week of February 29th, 2016, this is the first article here, and it's an article written by Kit Daniels. The article is titled, Trump calls for auditing the Fed. Underneath it, it said, GOP frontrunners makes good on promise to call for auditing the Fed. And you know what? If he does that, I say we might as well just vote for him. Donald Trump is calling for an audit of the Fed of the Federal Reserve. The GOP founder said it is important to audit the Fed and even call out his rival Senator Ted Cruz for skipping on a vote, Senator Ron Paul's audit the Fed proposal back in January. It is important to audit the Federal Reserve, and yet Cruz missed the vote on the bill that would allow this to be done, Trump tweeted out. During the first appearance on Indiana Jones, Trump's insider, Roger Stone, was asked if Trump would call for an audit, and Stone said that he thought so, but he would pass the message along to the Trump campaign. He is not a big fan of the Fed, he pointed out. He is scaring the central bankers. He is scaring the Washington, Wall Street / DC consultant lobbyist classes. It goes on to say that it appears now Trump really just wants to call for greater transparency and modernization of the public policy making from the Fed, which is sorely needed due to the central bank's ability to create bubbles and usher in depressions. Although endless money creation is an quantitative credit known as quantitative easing that only leads to mass inflation and ultimate destruction of the dollar. A rollback of the Fed power has yet been done successfully, despite various attempts by Senator Paul and his father Ron Paul. And Donald Trump is doing something Bernie Sanders wouldn't do. Despite the hopeless claims he's against the bankers back in 2010, Sanders killed then Representative Ron Paul's audit the Fed bill. And folks, and let's not forget Senator Louis McFadden has already tried this as well. What happened to him? He wound up dead after he tried to bring impeachment hearing to the board. After they called the longest oppression in history. They blew that off. And I gotta say, folks, if you don't think he's real, well, you better believe now, because technically he's going after those bankers. And we all need to pray because they may put a bullet in them. Literally. Anyway, onward to the next topic here. It's an article written by, again, Kit Daniels. The article is titled, Black Lives Matter accuses public library of white supremacy. Public library refuses to host meeting which exclude people of race, and they should. The national chapter of Black Lives Matter accuses a public library of white supremacy after librarians refuse to host a meeting which banned whites from attending. BLM Nashville attempted to set up a meeting at the North Bay Library in North Nashville, but after the group organizer Joshua Clutchfield said only blacks, people as well as non-black people of color are not allowed to attend, the public told the BLM to find a new location. All meetings at our facilities must be open to the general public, was on news media, and library spokesperson Emily Walterberg said, "We're a library. We're tax funded. We have to be open to anyone anytime," and I'm glad they did that. But guess what? In response to the BLM national announcement that changes a venue with the following sign stated, "Due to white supremacy in our local government," this week's BLM general body message location has changed. And folks, you can see it all right here. I don't even need for you to read it. Dixon Memorial Methodist Church couldn't be reached for a comment on why the church would host such a treat that excuse people by race, because the Bible makes numerous statements promoting equality, including Gentiles, including Galatians 3:28. I mean, folks, I don't need to go read everything else, but technically, I already know what I needed to say already. I mean, seriously, these people are funded by George Soros to kick off a race war in this country. And if they get their way, we might have a little problem here. We need to come together and stop this whole thing from happening, or else we may have a very serious problem here. I mean, Soros already crushed Ukraine with this type of stuff, and he's trying to do it here. We need to stop him at his heel and expose what Black Lives Matter really is. But enough about that. This is the last article day here, and there's an article written by, well, Infowars.com. It's an actual video. Obama cracks a joke about Scalia's death. President sneers after making joke at late Supreme Court Justice expense. And folks, you can watch the video here. I'll just read. During his National Governors Association speech on Monday, President Obama joked that there was a lot to be done during his final days in office, including appointing judges. Some of you may be in the final year of your term, working as hard as you can to get things as much as you've done for the folks you represent. Fixing roads, educating our children, helping people retrain, appointing judges, the usual stuff. And then the president gestured at the crowd in his hand and burst into laughter. Last week, President was criticized after it was announced that he would not be attending the Scalia of Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. Obama was further lambasted when he reported that he spent less than 2 minutes paying his respects to Justice Scalia during the Saturday service at the National Shrine of the Incalculative Conception in Washington, D.C. I mean, and folks, here it is. You can see this. I mean, this picture just says it all right here. You can take this with you. Just Antonin Scalia, 1936 to 2006. You can take this with you. Because basically, we all know what happened, right? The lodge that he was actually in was actually some sort of Illuminati lodge. It was like Bohemian Grove 2.0, as George Bacon said, and here's a clip of that.
You have people that haven't killed anyone themselves personally, but they love to sit back and talk about it like it's tough and it's cool, like all these neocon chicken hawks that dodge the draft in some cases more than 11 or 12 times. They're truly, truly sickening people. So let's go ahead and play this video, but I'm going to have Rob Jacobson slow it down so we can play it next hour. so we could, and then blow the video up so we can really look at this scripted, distasteful, hateful comment a day after Antonin Scalia was put 6 feet under. Let's go to Obama.
Like me, some of you might be in the final year of your last term, working as hard as you can to get as much done as possible for the folks that you represent. Fixing roads, educating our children, helping people retrain, appointing judges.
Now he takes the mask off.
The usual stuff.
Oh, it's so cute. Little celebration there. Let's back that up again and play it one more time.
Thank you, Alex. Basically, we all know what happened. I mean, Obama had him killed. He was the swing vote. I mean, and now he'll be able to appoint a judge that will vote to his, quote-unquote, what's the word, elaborate, to his views. I mean, everybody from private investigators to the local people, to everyday people kind of realize what happened here. Obama had him killed. They dumped the evidence so no one will be able to find out. They shipped his body 2 hours to across the border without using a plane. I mean, it all just stinks to high heaven. And this looks like all of a setup. If Obama gets one of his liberal justices in, we may not have a chance to stop him. And basically, he is trying, and the Republicans are trying to block him, but I don't think that won't stand. Well, this is all the articles I have for you today. If you'd like to read more about these articles, please go to the link below, or go to Infowars.com or PleasantPad.com. Make about hundreds of articles just like this one I have read for you today. This is the Infowars News Blitz. I'm Info.Open Up for Feed Number 3. Please like, subscribe, and donate. Bye-bye.